G'day everyone, welcome to the opals. Today we're going to rub this back, see if we can't sneak a solid stone out of it. An oval has been requested. This is a bit of a shell, I'm pretty sure, just from the slight curvature there. It could be seam, but pretty sure it might be shell. I'd have expected to see some markings, but we can't really tell. And we won't, because I'm just going to take it back on the wheel and go through anything that could be there. It's not a fossil as such to salvage. So we'll see if we can get a solid out of this, as small as it will be. If it has to be a doublet, so be it. And also, we're going to tackle this one. It's got a little bit more surface cleanup needed, plus a little bit of a tidy up around the edges just to bring it in. Just got to watch. Some of that's going to be lost anyway, depending how thin we end up with the stone, because this back sort of gets chewed up a bit this end. But the rest of it's quite solid. So we should get a really nice stone. I think the worry was this red underneath. We've got to try and keep some of that so you get that colour on colour, that green broad flash there, and that red underneath. You got chaff pattern and broad flash and everything in this one. If you remember, a little bit of script up here from script, broad flash. Let's see if we can get it. Trying to find where that chaff was. I know it's in there as well as the. Yeah, I'm just playing around. Bear with. There's a little bit there, chaff. It's not much, but there it is. That I thought was chaff to start with, and then it crisscrossed and intersected, so it was more of a script all through this end. That red's underneath. This is just so much happening in this stone anyway. So we're going to try and do it some justice and not destroy it too much, but we do need to take some of this back down just to stabilise it. And then we'll see what shape she ends up. I'm thinking an oval's in there, especially by the time these corners come in a bit, being tidied up. This bit here needs to come in a touch at the bottom, so that's going to bring that in. And I don't think we'd lose too much getting an oval out of that then. But we'll see what happens. Let's head over to the wheel. Alright, going to try a new camera angle. This is sort of more directly straight down, so you can sort of see a bit more of what's going on. See if this works. Hopefully I don't get too much spray on the camera. So I've taken the marking and just marked some of the areas that are definitely going to sort of come in a bit, just to have to tidy up the edges and all that sort of thing. We'll start there and see what that leaves us. So on the 240 grit. bring this edge in to meet that top bar. So this isn't going to have a high dome. To keep that top bar and the effect of the colour and colour, we have to cut it reasonably flattish. So we need that line here to creep up to the top bar, so that'll be where it rolls down to. Sticker, sorry. Just touch this back a touch. I'm not sure if you can see that bar through there, that red one. That's pretty much what's got to be left, as requested, to get that full on bottom colour down here, to the top colour over here and the colour in between. Just a bit of water. I may have to tidy some of this bottom up later with the Dremel to be able to keep this thick. So I'm going to sort of stop there at the moment. And reevaluate. So next one, I'm just going to tidy it up just a touch. Hopefully this side faces best because of the way that slight curve in there. You can flatten that out as opposed to rolling that side over and then flattening this. But we'll just see what comes up. It's very soft, so I'm not even lightly letting it rub against the wheel. It's just taking it off. See how it's creeping in from the edges towards the middle because of that curvature there. So we have to take it down a touch more. Some of that may be tolerable if it's stable enough, the discoloration. Just preservation. So I might stop there on that side. Probably see some of those little arch marks coming that way. So that's the detail of the shell I'm going through. The growth marks. There's the shell groove. Stone in there. I reckon we might keep it solid too. these up. You can see it's surrounded by a yellowish layer separating the two anyway, so that'll probably, I won't do it in case I break the rest of the stone, but that'll probably flick out if I wanted. Just disappeared. Awesome. Yep, I reckon there's a really nice oval in there. Beautiful. That'll have to be tidied up very delicately afterwards. See what we can do. So I might go reevaluate this one and this one and go and have a look at putting some templates on. Alright, I'm going to start with this one. Actually, no, I'll start with this one because it's the one I marked out. So the idea is, in doing the oval shape, sooner or later I'm going to lose that template shape. And I need to know what a good oval is. Apart from the actual shape of this specific templated oval, we need to go, where are we? Get a pointer stick. Imagine from top center there, all the way around this curve is the curve you want. That then has to match this way around here to get that perfect sided oval, evenly asymmetrical, I think that's the word, but also that way. So they have to mirror each other. So whatever curve goes from here down here has to go from here down here, and whatever curve goes from here up here has to go from here down here, and so forth. And that's how you sort of keep your quarters and what you're sort of paying attention to. So I can point that line straight at the wheel, I can go to the right around to that line and get that curve perfect the way I think it should be, and then try and mirror it that way. Or I could then start this side and try and mirror it that way. Either way, it's got to be mirrored all the way around as you go. So let's get in and I'll show you. So still on a 240 grit. First we'll take off the lugs out here and out here. I'm just going to bring it in, not all the way, so that way I can reevaluate the size of the oval. Not that I can get a bigger one out of it, but don't want to eat into unnecessary good oval. I'm not pushing hard because I don't want it to chew too quick. This wheel can be pretty aggressive. So there we go, we're starting to get the shape. Now I've just got to bring it in all the way around nice and even. So I'll point it this way to start with. And get that straight on to there. Now the mirror. here. Sort of going to leave it like that for a minute. Let's see if I can match this other side up. Pretty good. So we're going to bring the side down to its lowest point there, and that's it. Keep most of that top bar intact. You come down through it, on the top you'll get a patch of one colour with an outside patch of the undercolour, and you'll see this definite separation of the two. It won't look that good. So here goes. What I'll do, hang on a sec, I'll mark it so we can see that dip there, and I'll be able to see as I go around, or you'll be able to see, I can already see, the line left. And I've also got to watch out for where this goes up, so somewhere between there and there. Put some water on. Sand spots to get out. Pretty good. Gorgeous. One pattern, two pattern. angle. All the spots still there. Again, it's just a part of the colour. Leave it for now. So we'll leave that and head on to the just notice right here on this corner, a little bit of a chip out, so I'm going to have to roll that down all the way around to there now. Great. Alright, so here we go, all finished. Start with this one, absolute gem, gorgeous, fires from all angles, whole mixture of the whole palette. Not sure if you call that floral. But yeah, it turned out to be a really nice solid stone. Didn't have to make it into a doublet after all, and that colour's so strong. Secondarily, so this one turned out absolutely gorgeous. Check that out. So it does have issues. So the issues would be under here. So there's a bit of sand there, a little bit of inclusions, if you will, that can't really be seen, or you can't really tell from the surface. So that's kind of a bonus. But if we did bring that down too far, we'd lose one of the bars down there that is producing a bit of the reds. Reds and purples in that bar up there. And I was asked to keep that, even if it ended up being a rustic type stone, but I think we've done quite well here. That's absolutely gorgeous. Still got the, pretty sure it's still got the script pattern down here. Get it to show. There we go, down there. Up in this corner. Sort of goes all the way across here. And we've got that flash there, sort of rolling broad flash. And pin fire, I suppose you could say, is in there as well. You could almost say there's floral. This has just got so many patterns all in the one stone. And do we still have the chaff? That'll be down this end. Sort of a little bit, can't really tell, wouldn't call it the chaff pattern as much, but there's some striations there. There's so much going on in here. That's amazing. It's one of the prettiest sort of gems I've cut of this sort, other than obviously black opals and so forth, but as far as the patterns go, this one's pretty unique. So there we go. Anyway, we'll keep this a quick cut and I'll stop rambling. I'll do a low light on this. Might as well show these off. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Okay, so quick check on the scales just to see. Now this is easy 500 a carat. It's exactly a carat. This is a $500 stone, easily, as is. And we're looking at 11 by 7 for that one. If I can do it. Barely 2 mil thick. 11 by 7 by 2. Gorgeous. And this one's 3.2 carat. I won't be putting a price on this one, just because of a couple of issues I'd have to consider. So you're looking at 3 mil. 15. by 8 roughly. 8.5, nearly. Oh, hang on, let me straighten this up. Yeah, we'll say 15 by 8. So there we go.